in your early fighting, when you were really launching into this, that was some pretty nasty stuff. I mean, there was bare knuckle fighting down in Brazil.
Yeah, that was my first. I went down there. That was an interesting trip. Like, because back then everyone was talking about the crowd and it being dangerous fighting down there because there's riots in the crowd and all that stuff. And so the first I go down there, it's my third mixed martial arts fight. We get in there and everything. Everybody getting out and everyone's getting out of the ring. And then I'm all, is that his? I look at my Nick One Kick was actually in my corner for the fight.
Okay.
I look at him like, hey, is that his manager right there? I think so. Oh, his manager was a referee. I'm like, okay, this ain't sounding too good. So, what? Okay, we went, and it was one 30-minute round.
I'm sorry, what?
One 30-minute round.
One 30-minute round of bare knuckle fighting.
Bare knuckles. Everything was legal. Groin strikes were legal. No eye gouging, no biting, and no grabbing the ropes. I think were the and no oil. Couldn't put oil on. But those are the rules they had. So it was really interesting. Actually, they had a net. It was in a ring. But they have a net from the bottom rope down to the apron, which is like it's down this way. So by the end of the fight, I had him stuffed underneath that thing. I was leaning out of it, hitting him through the mesh. I was like a mesh getting hit in the face. I'm bleeding with blood dripping off me. It was pretty funny. But
nothing about that sounds fun.
Yeah, but he looked like the Elephant Man the next day at the thing. I mean, he took it. I mean, he wouldn't quit, and they wouldn't stop it. I looked at one point at the end of the fight. I looked at the doctor like this. All right, let's keep going. I mean, I was like, it's like, come on. It's like,
my God,
you can stop this anytime. He's stuck under here. He ain't getting out.
Right.
He's gonna sit here and get hit in the face for the rest of the time.
Oh my God.
Crowd was great. People were great down there. It was fun.
So then, you have 2 kids, and you decide right at the time now you're going UFC full time. Is that about right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you're into this sport, and the UFC then wasn't really what the UFC is now, right?
No. You got to remember, when I started, there was no big gold pot at the end of the rainbow.
That's the question. What's the motivation
there
here?
Was no, I mean,
what do you want
kickboxing,
out
definitely there wasn't.
What do you want out of this?
Well, I always wanted to be the best at something. Always wanted. My grandpa was always big on, I don't care how you do, how well you do, as long as you try to be the best at whatever it is. And I always wanted to be that. And I always felt like I fell just short. Everything I did growing up. I mean, wrestling, I choked. I thought I choked at state. I could have done better. Football, I still felt like I just wasn't quite getting there. Baseball, the same thing. All those things. Fighting was something I was really good at. And when I saw the shot to go after it, I'm like, this sounds like a good idea, And so, for me, it was just, this was my shot, my last shot at, being the best at something, the best in the world. And that's what I want to do. People always talk, oh, you always wanted to fight the best. You can't be the best unless you beat the best. And I always wanted to be out there. I was out there to prove I was the best in the world, nothing else.